All right, we're going to talk about radicals. How do you simplify a radical? So what we want to look at is we want to look at factor trees. I think some of y'all remember factor trees from a long time ago. Well, on a factor tree, let's say we want to simplify the square root of 98. Well, we want to take that into the factor tree. So what factors multiplied together would get me to 98? Well, 2 and 49. 2 would be prime. 49 can still have factors into it, and it would be a 2 or a 7 and a 7. So what we have inside this radical, we have 2 times 7, which gets me to 98. Well, inside a square root, if you have 2 of the same, they can come out because you can take the square root of that. So 7 comes out, so 2 come out to be the 1. So 7, 2 can't come out because it doesn't have, as I call, a partner to come out with. It doesn't have the square root, okay? Hope that makes sense. So, if you were to put this in your calculator, the square root of 98 would give you 9.89949, and it would go on and on. But this is in its simplified radical form. Now let's look at another one. If I have the square root of 54, I'm going to do my factor tree. The 2 factors, and it doesn't matter which factors you pick as long as you get it down to its primes. So I know that 2 and 27, 2 is prime. 27 is a 3 and a 9, 3 is prime. And then a 9 is a 3 and a 3, and both of those are prime. So I put it back inside the radical, and I know I get 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. And there's, I'm getting my 2, my 3, my 3, my 3. I know these can come out, but these can't come out because they don't have a square root to come out with. So 2 times 3 is 6. So this would stay inside the radical sign. This partner can come out, but this has to stay in. This is a simplified radical form. Now, let's look at another one. If I look at the square root of 142, I do the factor trees, and I know it's 2 and 71. Well, both of those are prime numbers. And I know 2 times 71 inside the radical. I can't get a pair of numbers out. Therefore, this one in its simplest form is 142 square root. Now the last example, if we were to do the square root of 144, do your factor tree, 2 and 72. Again, doesn't matter which one you start with. If you did 12 and 12, it's fine because it's all going to come out the same. And then this one is 2 and 36. This would be 2 and 18. This would be 2 and 9. And this would be 3 and 3. With 2, 2, 3, 3, all being prime. Now I'm going to take my prime numbers and I'm going to put them back inside the radical. 1, 2, 3, 4 2's. And then I had 2 3's. If I take this one out, and I take this one out, and I take this one out. Again, you have to have a pair to come out of the radical because it's the square root. Then I get 2 times 3 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. And therefore, 12 is the square root of 144's simplest term. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.